friends, welcome to my channel. My name is Laura, and this is Laura Folly at Home. I've had some things on my heart lately, and I really wanted to talk to y'all about it. I don't usually get involved or express my opinion about the politics or religion. I'm not going to hold no holds barred. I'm a Christian. I won't deny that to anybody. But the political, what's the word I'm looking for? The political atmosphere is just, it's scary. I feel like we are heading for a tough time ahead, no matter who wins. If Donald Trump wins, the Democrats are going to be angry at the Republicans. If Kamala Harris wins, the Republicans are going to be angry at the Democrats. No, neither party is innocent or going to be innocent. The stuff that's going on in this world right now is just, it has me, I'm not worried, but concerned, which is part of the reason that I do my prep, and that's a good part of why I want to talk to y'all. Are you ready? Just last week, okay, I order from Sam's delivery. There are certain things I just constantly have delivered from Sam's. One is the toilet paper. I'll get the large thing of toilet paper, and I don't have 15 bundles of the toilet paper. But when I break into, I like to keep 2 full ones on stock. And they're 9 packs in their things. But I like to keep 2 full ones on stock. So when I break into one of them, then I start thinking about ordering another one. And so last week I went to order toilet paper because I'm down to about half a pack of my second roll. They come 9 rolls. There are 6 packs of 9 rolls in the Members Mark toilet paper. And I'm down to like 9 packs. Okay, so I tried to order another, I'm going to call it a case, another case. I like to keep 2 on backup. I couldn't order it. They were out of stock. They were out of stock on even the expensive, the Charmin or the Great Northern, or any of them. They were out of stock. Water. My mother drinks bottled water, and I like to keep a couple of cases on hand for her because she goes through 4 or 5 bottles a day because she's on a diuretic. And I couldn't order bottled water for her. Water and toilet paper, I couldn't order. Those are things that I consistently order from Sam's, along with some other things that we go through quite often. So, that got me to thinking last week, and I've been thinking about this video for a good week about doing this, and stressing to you guys just how much you need to start preparing. Let me ask you this. Do you have a heat source? Winter's going to be coming up soon. I don't know where in the country you are. I'm in Texas. I'm in South Texas. And the Houston area. And we don't get bitterly cold here. But even the weather's changing. Being weird, doing different things. Do you have a heat source? I have a gas fireplace with gas logs. Do you have a cook source? If your electricity goes out, can you cook? Can you heat water? I have a gas stove. I have a charcoal grill. Do I have charcoal? Do I have lighter fluid? Do I have something to work with that? if I didn't have a cook source. What about lighting? Do you have flashlights? Do you have do you have any kerosene lamps? Do you have candles? Something to light the inside of your home when it's dark in the evening? And these are just things that I'm talking about without a generator, okay? Because not everybody can afford a generator. It'd be great if everyone could, but they can't. Do you have medications if you can't get to the store or if they're out of stock? Cold medicines. Cold and flu season's coming up. What if you cut yourself? Do you have bandages? Do you have the liquid bandage where it stops the bleeding? Do you have some splints around? Do you have Tylenol, Advil, whatever it is you take? Acetaminophen, ibuprofen, whatever it is you take, a pain reliever, an over-the-counter pain reliever. Do you have it on stock? Do you have matches to light those candles? Do you have matches to light your gas stove? Because I have a gas stove, but it's got the electric ignition, so you have to have a source to light it. What if you have to cook on an open flame for any length of time? Do you have any cookware that you can cook on an open flame, like a cast iron skillet or a cast iron Dutch oven? That's on my list of things to do. It's on my Christmas list. I want a couple of pieces of cast iron. Do you have water, drinkable water, or a water filtration system? What about water to bathe in? You know, we used to live in Magnolia and we had our own well. But you know what? That well is powered by electricity. When the electricity was out, water wouldn't run to the house. It wouldn't pump it up. So do you have potable water, whatever it is, for bathing? Do you have, what else? What about something as simple as a manual can opener? Do you have a manual can opener? I have an electric can opener on the counter. And, well, guess what? If I don't have electricity, how am I going to open my cans? Do I have a manual can opener? Do you have food? Do you have food that if you don't have a heat source or a way to heat it up, can you eat it out of the can? Raviolis, canned soups, tuna, canned chicken, canned vegetables. Yeah, it's not the greatest thing in the world, but guess what? It's gonna keep you alive. What about coffee? Are you a coffee drinker? I am. This is a comfort. Can you imagine being without electricity and how are you going to make your coffee? I have some instant on hand. But do you have a way to heat the water to make the coffee? Now, we went through a couple of storms. As many of you know who's been in my channel, back in May, we were hit with a tornado without electricity for 5 days. Do you think I went 5 days without coffee? No. But I had a heat source. I heated water on the stove. And I drank instant coffee throughout the day. In the mornings, I would make cowboy coffee. If you don't know what cowboy coffee is, well, you better learn. You heat the water. And you pour the hot water over the grounds in the filter and you let it drain slowly. Is it like a brewed pot? No. Is it better than instant? Yes. So I enjoyed cowboy coffee in the mornings. And then I would drink instant coffee throughout the day. Or when I needed another cup. You just kept the water hot on my gas stove. What if you don't have one? How are you going to heat your water? How are you going to heat water to take a bath if you don't have a cook source? or a heat source or the ability to be able to heat water even out on the grill. How are you going to do it? Friends, things are getting rough, and they're only going to get rougher. Do I call myself a doomsday prepper? No. I'm not a doomsday prepper. I don't have a year's worth of food in the house for the family. I have maybe a couple of months' worth for the people that live here. And of course, if my son and granddaughter came, I could feed them. We'd have to, what do you call it, ration it. I mean, I don't have crazy amounts of stuff, but I have enough to get going, to get started. Water, propane. If you have a gas grill, get you a couple of tanks of propane. What about? Oh, there were so many things that I thought of, that I've learned through my storms that we had. And then the Hurricane Beryl came through in July, and we were without electricity again. I don't know. It's so much stuff. So many things that you don't even think about what you might need just to get by. Not even necessarily the comforts. This may make you laugh. It may make you laugh. But hey, those old-timey washboards? Well, I have one in the garage that my mother had for years. A washboard to wash clothes. What are you going to do when the comforts of our washing machine that are electric don't work and our dryers don't work? What are you going to do for clean clothes? Get a washboard. Hand wash them. Friends, you need to learn some skills. If you can't get to the store and buy bread, do you know how to make it? That's next on my list, learning what to do. Is how to make bread. I dehydrate. I've learned how to do that. I've learned how to can so that my food's shelf stable. This is all within the last year and a half that I've even started considering this. And if you didn't learn anything through COVID, then you just weren't paying attention. The East Coast dock workers strike. That don't tell you something? Friends, things are not going to get better out there. I'm a Christian, and I believe the Bible, and it's going to get worse. I really, really do. And, depending on how the election goes, it'll get even worse quicker. Some of the stuff, you can't stop it. The tribulation, you can't stop it. But if it goes one way, it's going to get there a whole lot quicker. Because we are so divided. People are so angry at everybody. They're angry. They're tired of living like this. There's so much division in this country that I almost feel like there's no going back. I want more people to be prepared. Oh, one more thing. How are you going to protect yourself? Okay? Because when things get really, really, really bad, you may not even be able to trust your neighbor. If they know you have provisions, guess where they're going to go to find them? Guess where hungry people and desperate people are going to go? Anywhere they want. Can you protect yourself? Can you protect your home, your family? What about your pets? They're parts of the family. Do you have pet food? Do you have provisions for them? Drinkable water for them? Do you have diapers stacked up if you have little ones. I have a senior citizen that needs incontinence protection. Do I have enough? Because what's going to happen when I don't? Why give myself a bigger burden of having to clean up? What about feminine needs? Ladies, if you're in that age, feminine needs. Yeah, they didn't have that kind of stuff back in the day. It's always existed in my lifetime. But I don't want that unsanitary kind of method. Trash bags. Where do you have trash bags? Y'all, there's so much stuff. So, I am thinking of trying to do a series here on my channel about a little bit, once a week, what I'm doing for prepping. And I'm calling it prepping because I'm preparing for anything. Job loss, weather conditions, which, is liable to happen before anything else because we're still in hurricane season. Look at Helene. Look at Milton. Helene was supposed to come up our coast, but it changed. We got hit with 2 storms since May here in Houston and lost power. So, job loss, weather, disaster, shortages, illness. What about illnesses? What if someone in the family gets sick? You can't go to work? What if? I'm preparing for those kinds of things. There's nothing wrong with being prepared. And yes, I go through my stuff. It just does not sit on the counter. In the cabinet or in the pantry. I use it. I'm constantly replenishing. So anyway, but I'm thinking about doing a series once a week of what I've done this week to prepare and how I'm doing it. So if you would subscribe, share this out, okay? Because this is an important message. My message was important. But if you want to see this series, you have to subscribe and turn on those notifications so that you know when I post. But I want to thank you all for your attention, and I hope I gave you something to think about, because if you haven't thought about this and you haven't began to prepare, it's time to start. And a little bit every week is all you need. A little bit every week. So, come along with me, learn with me, prepare with me, and let me show you what I'm doing to prepare. Thanks again. This is Laura. Have a great one.